I want to do a video on babies shows racial bias as according to these scientists. Now, before I go to the subject of babies showing racial bias, I first want to inform you that a lot of universities where you have science conducting a lot of these experiments, these people are paid funding by the government. So in other words, you must find favorable result if you want funding to continue. If you don't find favorable result, then the government will not fund you. Hence, if the government want you to say that goldfish are really crocodiles, the scientists will do dubious research, come back with the findings that goldfish are really crocodiles. Why? Not because they believe it, but rather they need the funding. That's how they get paid. So when science steps into the realm of politics, you know you can't trust it. One only has to look at sexuality. Let me give you an example. The claim that babies masturbate in the womb. Why would anyone want to know if it is true? Why would a mother want to know that her child is masturbating in the womb? But these are the claims made by European scientists. What are they trying to do to people who are already sexually perverse, who are already sexually tolerant? How far are they trying to push the borders? These same scientists are now arguing, not on a tolerant level now, or endorsing level, but a different level, and that is racial disharmony. When it comes to sex, integration, tolerance, perversion, anything goes. But when it comes to race, they argue that the babies prefer to give gifts or share their reward with lighter babies. Now, I know that is not true. I've seen babies playing. They don't see color. It's interesting how in this scientific laboratory, suddenly babies are seeing colors. You begin to realize the artificial experiment and the artificial environment which have been induced. Is what I find alarming is that while we are living in an age where everything is tolerant, everything sexual and perverse is tolerant, notice when it comes to race, how science still have this Charles Darwin philosophy going, where Charles Darwin believed that white people were superior and black people were inferior. This Charles Darwin institutional racism is still breathing beneath the fabric of these universities of the political spectrum, meaning they can't get away from this racism. Backed up by science. Science are arguing that babies are naturally racist. We're not naturally homophobic. We're not naturally sexist. We're not naturally anti-gay. We're not naturally anti-disabled. But we're naturally racist. Think about that for a second. You begin to realize the game being played when science decides to step into the realm of political science, you can't trust it. There's too much axe to grind. There's too many bias involved, too many prejudice involved. Then it ceases being a science. How far should we push this science? Scientists are now arguing that pedophiles have this chemistry in their brain that makes them want to abuse children. They have this propensity in their brain that they can't help it but be attracted to toddlers and babies. These are what European scientists are claiming. Do you believe it? No, you don't. Of course, I'm actually responding to you. You're saying you don't believe it. But you don't mind believing in the gay gene, you don't mind believing in the tranny gene, and you don't mind believing in the racist gene. Like religious people, you pick and choose what you want from science. When it comes to politics, I don't take anything from science. I've done enough research on Kinsey, Aleister Crowley, and Freud. Kinsey, Aleister Crowley, and Freud. These are the fathers of psychiatry, medicine, and science. Western psychology, psychiatry, and science. Aleister Crowley, Kinsey, and Freud, Sigmund Freud. You look at psychiatry, science, and mind, these are the fathers, these are the influence. And if you look at the history, you realize they're both pedophiles. Yet people regard them to be respectable scientists. Respectable scientists. It'd be too complicated to go into the video. I'll make one at another time. Right? But the university of high learning, the whole influence is Freud and Albert Kinsey. The whole science, the whole discipline is based on these pedophiles and rapists. Hence why we have the science that we do today, perverted science. And this same perverted science have no problem promoting sexual anarchy, but at the same time racial disharmony. These are the people that you're allowing to experiment on your children. These are Albert Kinsey and Sigmund Freud were given access to babies, and they did all kind of sexual experiments, sodomizing them. Look at the Kinsey report. They were sodomizing these babies, and that's what we now call science. From this, they were saying the gay gene exists, etc. You need to look at it. The perversion of Western science. And now they're now arguing that racism is natural in the babies. Are you going to take these same people seriously? You're going to take these same people, you're going to take seriously? When I was a baby, obviously I can't remember, but as far as I remember, 3 years old, 4 years old, I did not see color. A baby was a baby to me. A toddler was a toddler to me. When children see children, they want to play with each other. They don't see color. Oh, it's the same age as me. And play my toy. It's we adults that when we become adults, we come into a system of racism. We come to a system of philosophy of difference. Because we've been brainwashed by the government, who don't want the races to live together. Because if we do, there'll be revolution. The government can't control people if we're united. They can only control us if we're separated. And that's why the government have so much power. That's why they have so much power. Because the races are not united. Well, I digress slightly. This study, I eat my hat. There is no hate amongst babies. It is taught. A Muslim baby will play with a Christian baby. A Jewish baby will play with a Palestine baby. We, the adults, are the ones that teach hate, that promote hate. We are the ones that pass down our virus, pass down our germs. We can't hate by ourselves. Oh no, that bomb inside of us, we gotta get it out. We can't keep it in, destroying us. So we share it to our babies. We share our hate. We share our evil. No baby is born to hate. They're born innocent. It's we that pass down this Trojan virus to them. This study done by these scientists, it's all fake. I don't buy it.